What's up and welcome to another episode of It's Tip Top Fishing. Last time on Tip Top, we saw some scops owls, a lion showed us what she really thought of us, we saw a brown snake eagle, a very old beautiful big baobab, we got to meet Joman and his friends. We stayed at beautiful Tsendze Rustic Camp Site, a place I highly recommend. Then I dropped some really insightful, brilliant and helpful advice on sea cows.
If a hippo charges, run. It's one of the few animals in the bush that doesn't mock. He just moors.
Then we were unintentionally rude to a fellow Kruger Park visitor.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's
Hi. My moor. Sorry.
so badly behaved?
Then Carmen dropped some knowledge on some geography.
We're at the Tropic of Capricorn in the Kruger National Park, quite north of the south part.
And of course that's not all we saw and did, so if you want to see the last episode, the link is in the description. And now, part 3 of the Kruger trip.
So we're driving from Tamboti to Tsendze, other way around, Tsendze to Tamboti. And we've got this open, clear area where we're like, oh, cool. Bunch of zebras, bunch of gnus. Gnu is a blue wildebeest. And then we saw some Cory bastards. Cory bastards, the world's heaviest flying bird, Cory bastard. And there was 2 of them. They were walking around and they were filming them. It was so great. And then we saw a jakkals, a blackback jakkals. And it was being chased around by the gnu, which is so cool. The jackal is no threat to the gnu unless there's a baby. Then a jackal might take on a baby gnu. But in general, the gnu don't like jackals. So yeah, we've got a wonderful sighting here. Interesting fact about zebra's stripes. Number 1, it is black and white, obviously. Now lions, their biggest threat, are colorblind. So when zebras are standing together, it's hard to distinguish between individuals, which is a bit confusing for the lion's eyes. And the last thing about the zebra stripes is it actually confuses flies. So the black and white stripes confuses the flies, so they get less flies on them. Less flies than a gnu or a lion's stinky butt. Now Karim's like, are you finished talking? I'm bored.
No, I'm not.
We had quite the distance to travel that day, so we got going. We had a fantastic stop at this bridge, which you were allowed to get out at. Helga was taking us wonderfully, but it was nice to stretch our legs. We saw some fantastic sightings. Some Facebook warriors, a majestic camera woman, some roadkill with a long lens. In all seriousness, we saw some fantastic things like this beautiful African fish eagle taking advantage of the wind, and believe it or not, those feathers at the end of their wings that look like fingers help them fly slower and catch thermals. Then we saw a fantastic saddlebill stork male. How do you know it's a male? His eye is black. The females have yellow eyes, and this guy was trying to catch supper. And then that bridge had one more thing to offer, and that was an endangered species, the African ground hornbill. And these guys were hunting, and we were lucky enough to see this successful hunt. The ground hornbills weren't the only ones who had something to eat. The saddlebill stork was also successful. He caught a sharp-toothed catfish. Lucky bird. Now you see it, now you don't. Well done, saddlebill stork. A wonderful person on the bridge said he had a fantastic sighting that he was willing to show us. This wonderful Kruger Park ambassador drove us 20 k's to help us see a bird we've never seen before. It was a lifer for me, and a bird I'd been looking for a long time.
Beautiful.
This was a white-faced owl. Can you see it in the middle of the screen? It was on a nest and looking straight at us. What a cute little bearded bird. These fantastic little owls are more active at night, and so they were currently snoozing. while trying to snooze while they were being filmed. A fantastically camouflaged nest helps them succeed in breeding their babies.
Where's the other one?
So bloody.
Where's the boyfriend?
What did he say there's a boyfriend?
Well, Mom, you need a boy and a girl to have babies.
Doesn't mean they live together. Is there babies in there, you think?
Yeah, she's probably sitting on eggs.
Really think so look.
So we are here at Letaba, which is a fantastic rest camp. It looks like there's lots of game around it. Lots of impalas, lots of gnu, zebra, elephants, the lot. And how fantastic was that owl? Ah, man. If you guys are going there anytime soon, I would go on the S47, and it is about 1 kilometer from the turnoff, and it's in a little dip, and there's your little white-faced owl to see. Ah, man, thank you, Johan, for showing that to us. And yeah, we are here at Letaba, which means one thing, or other than, it means many things, but for us it means one thing. We're going to see the Museum of Tuskers. A tusker is a bull elephant or female elephant that has got massive tusks. The symbolism of strength of an elephant.
The museum was a fantastic visit and something that I would recommend to anyone who is at Letaba. It was filled with interesting stuff about elephants, the past tuskers, the current tuskers, and any information you'd actually want to know about elephants. And the entrance is free, so it's a no-brainer in my book.
Well, that was quite incredible. The size of those tusks. Oh man, what an experience. If you guys come here to Letaba, you have to take it. It only takes, 15-20 minutes to go through it. But it's an absolute amazing sight. The size of those elephants, size of their tusks is just incredible. One thing that's sad for me, and I think it's my theory, that we don't get as many tuskers these days in South Africa in particular, because back in the day they used to target the tuskers, and the ones with the big tusks got shot first, where they were actively harvesting tusk after tusk. Yeah, so the ones with tusks got shot first, the ones without tusks got to live, and therefore natural selection happened, or unnatural selection happened, and we made sure that our kids won't see as many big tuskers. It's very sad, but appreciate the elephants you do see, and if you see one with big tusks, just know that that one was the one that got away and can spread its genetics through the elephants, and hopefully one day we will have more tuskers. One day.
Like we said earlier, we had quite a long way to go, so we had to load the hooligans back into the car. Traveling from Tsendze to Tamboti does take a whole day, so if you're planning on doing that trip, just make sure you leave early in the morning so that you don't have to rush to make the gate times at Tamboti. Our trip this time, we just made the gates, but luckily we planned ahead so didn't have to rush and waste this beautiful park.
It's pretty viewish, and it stretches from over there beautifully to over there, and it is absolutely wonderful. In fact, I heard from a hippo that he said it was his favorite resort.
The lookout point was fantastic, and then we carried on driving. We saw a lot of the Kruger regulars, like this yellow-billed hornbill, this beautiful female kudu, a jackal that looked quite grumpy and looked like he just wanted to be left alone, a wonderful little steenbok. Now never feel like these guys are lonely, they're meant to be alone. It's part of their survival strategy. This yellow-billed kite flew nice and close to us and was kind enough to just show us how he flies. Then Mom spotted some edgy-looking impala, who all just wanted to cross the river without being chowed by a croc. They all made it through safely, and it was a cool sighting to see. We briefly saw a spotted hyena, and then we got to Tamboti.
So we're here finally at Tamboti. That took all day. Did see some cool things. But yeah, our last night at Tamboti, and then we go home tomorrow. Here is our tent.
Oh, this is cool. You get your little fridge. Yeah. Place to put
So we have had a fantastic night. Ate some fillet on the braai, and we saw the genet briefly and the honey badger briefly. I will do my best to get those little buggers on camera for you. There's the little honey badger there. But yeah, I'll do my best. Hopefully we can see them one more time. And yeah, it'll probably be 3 o'clock in the morning and we're going to be woken up like we're being robbed, but it's just a little...
Here comes a honey badger.
They're such tough little things. To me, a honey badger is a really special animal. It's like a bit of a symbol for me because I have a bit of reading problems, so I struggled through school, and a honey badger never gives up. So I had to never give up. So that's why they're quite special to me. So hopefully we can show you the special animal.
The contrast between a genet and a badger is massive. The genet is probably the most elegant little animal I've ever seen, and a badger is like a thug, a gangster thug. Spotted genets are usually extremely shy animals, so we were very grateful to see this little guy for as long as we did. Then to the gangster, Mr. Honey Badger. He had knocked off our lid of our bin at about 12 o'clock at night, and we're so happy he did. This little hooligan did his patrols. He smelt our leftover meat, which we didn't actually leave much. It was just leftover stuff in the packet, and decided he didn't want to eat that, and then carried on his patrol. He acted like he owned the place, which I think he did, because I don't know anyone who would stand up to a honey badger.
So we had a wonderful night here at Tamboti. It was fantastic. The nightlife is insane. We listened to Scops owls, we heard hyenas that were just walking across the fence, we had the badgers, we had the genet, we had fantastic stuff happening at night. And then in the day we went for a quick walk around. There are 2 whiteback vulture nests in the site, number 19. If you look up in the tree, there's a vulture's nest there, and there's just so much to see here, and that's without even driving out into the park. So we had the best time ever, and that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. To my patrons, thank you so much. All of your contributions really help make videos like this happen. If you want to join the Tip Top patronage and support Tip Top Fishing, check out the link in the description below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on It's Tip Top Fishing. Live your adventure. Getting these curls takes works, girls. Carmen, stop laughing. You have to be a good lighting person. She's holding a light. So we are on our way to Tamboti from Tsendze, and we came across this group of... Can you keep the camera still?
How to change seats without getting out in the Kruger. I'll go back. But Carmen, can you focus when you're filming me, please? For fuck's sakes.
I was very focused, Keaton.
No, you weren't. You were like this. I'll go back. But Carmen, can you focus when you're filming me, please?
Oops, sorry. How's it? Hi. Fuck my mood. Sorry. You got excited.
What's it? It's a squirrel.
Excited.
What's it? It's a squirrel. Yeah. Did you get him?
I see what you mean about the screen.
Sorry. He almost got squirrel.
Just for reference, I was going under the speed limit. We had a kamikaze of a squirrel. Squirrel Ramaphosa.
Can you imagine?
You suddenly feel the car go, whoops.
There's Keaton going down the Tongas fucking...
No.
No, it's just a bit exciting.
Mimi Lala here, Baba?
Does it mean like something sleep?